What's up, guys? This is your favorite host, Queen G. Welcome to another segment of the Queen G Live Experience. You may want to stay tuned for this segment tonight in particular. We're going to have a panel of entrepreneurs to speak on the subject of the importance of putting a value on your brand as a business. Um, it's been a lot of, ups and downs, different, turns about this subject. And I just wanted to give the inside track from different business owners' standpoints and what they experience, what they face, what they deal with. And hey, we got a really great panel tonight. So y'all hang tight, stay tuned. Let me get them all in here and introduce everybody. I want to welcome. I'm gonna call out everybody's names, and then I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my first speaker of the night, which I want, for whatever reason, I'm led to have Seneca go first tonight. She's one of my, new special guests. I've never met her before. This is my first time meeting her, so I'm gonna give her the green, the open door. But I'm gonna go ahead and introduce all of our brands and businesses and people here. We got Miss Free at the top. Her business is called Little Business Consulting. Welcome to the segment and the show tonight, Miss Lady. We got Miss Seneca Dunmore. What's the name of your business, Seneca? Give us the name of your brand and business.
My motivational speaking is Seneca Dunmore Incorporated, and then my coaching business is the Powerhouse Professionals.
Okay, and then we got King. We got King at the bottom. We want to welcome you to the segment as well. And I know, you got so much. I know you from Las Vegas. Right. You are very special to me. We have a little history now. And I thought that you would be perfect for this panel because when I speak about entrepreneur, you are that full time, every day, all day. And you know what I'm saying? There's no if and as and buts about it, period. So, and then I want to welcome my personal graphic designer, also someone I am a co-author with, and he makes all of my personal flyers, imagery. He puts all my images out there, has helped me to publish over 13 books. I want to welcome Go Get It a Paperboy, who is my personalized graphic designer that I do business with on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and but I want to start with our special guest, our new guest, Miss Seneca Dunmore. I want to, hear about your brand and your business, and I want to get your perspective on this subject matter, putting a value on your brand as a business.
Yes, thank you for having me. My name is Seneca Dunmore. They call me the Pint-Sized Powerhouse. And so I am an international speaker and speaker coach. I coach other motivational speakers on how to maximize and monetize their business. So I'm a huge advocate of owning your value and making sure people that know what your value is, because you have a financial responsibility to yourself, right? And people don't value free. Which is just the bottom line. Most people do not value. And so, and my time is too valuable, right? So, I've been to over 45 countries. I walked away from corporate America in 2014, started my own motivational speaking business in 2015. And by 2016, I was doing international engagements, and I've been all over the world. So what I understand is that there is no such thing as lack in this world, right? Especially in America, we live in a very capitalistic society, which means there's always money to be made. So, I always tell people, hey, if you don't got it today, that's okay. Let me point you to the other motivational speaker who you can afford, because my prices don't change. If anything, my value goes up every year, right? Because I understand what I offer. I know what my gift is. And so I don't let individuals devalue that just because it doesn't afford, just because, it's not within their budget. And again, if someone values something, right, you put a price on that, and it's nothing wrong with that. I think just because, especially in the African-American community, we've been kind of indoctrinated to have this whole hookup culture. And if you my friend, you should just give me listen, I have brothers and sisters, and every event that they come to, they pay. Not because I asked them to, but because they understand that I am a business woman.
Right.
What about, let me ask you this, Seneca, because, people also have an issue with it being specific types of brands or businesses, like a guest speaker. Someone would feel like, they would try to put that down and devalue that and be like, she's just a guest speaker to motivate us. Like, why should we have to pay for that? They try to put those types of businesses down because, I have an issue a little bit with being a brand of being an interviewer. Mm-hmm. You understand? I've gotten that particular brand put down and stated that, it's not worth it. So tell me from the standpoint of being a guest speaker, what makes that valuable? Why you put a price tag on it, and tell me that, explain that to me from that standpoint.
So you brought up something really important, right? You brought up brand. People buy into you before they buy into your brand, right? You are the brand. So before they buy into your products and services, once they understand who you are, right? Because they like you, because they value you, now they will support whatever you offer, right? Let's take, for example, somebody like Oprah. Every time Oprah has someone in her book club, right? The moment she says, oh, buy Queen G's book, guess what? Queen G automatically becomes a millionaire, not because they know who Queen G is. They know who Oprah is because she's built
Oprah, yes.
Yeah. So because you are connected to Oprah, now you just become a multimillionaire because whatever Oprah touches turns into gold because she's
right.
You already about to make me throw these glasses down because I tell you, that point right there, it almost made me jump up out this damn chair and run. You hear me?
I have something to say.
Right?
Yeah. So okay, Seneca. Okay, we're gonna go on to our next business and brand, which is Free. I want to go to you next, Free. Okay. Talk about, your consulting business. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're also my personal talent manager as well. You have been representing me for the last couple of months. And talk about, from your aspect, what makes your brand valuable?
Oh, what makes it valuable? Let me just say, from 2011, I have been a consultant with foundations and with individual business owners, just enhancing the business by bringing out the best of that individual. As Seneca said, and I'll just piggyback on that, as a individual, you are the brand. And so your name carries weight. And so when I represent someone and I say, hey, Queen G is coming to Houston, Texas on such and such, because people know that I'm attached to Queen G, they're going to automatically begin to align things appropriately so that she can have her brand noted. Just as other individuals that I represent, whether it is an individual who is not in the entertainment industry, but they're in like a transportation person. I have a person that's a transportation individual as well as a caterer. So when I speak this brand, it weighs some weight because the integrity, like you said, Seneca, the name, the value of what you have been producing for so many years. But at the same time, you care about that person. So you want to represent them in a way that favors them with society, so that they can receive the payments or the benefits of having that. But you're right, Queen G, you deserve to be paid. You're not just an entertainment interviewer. You have 30 plus years in the industry. So I would be honored to have you interview me because of the experience, because of the connection.
My God. What did you say? History, years. Okay. Let me say this, Free.
Yes.
Let me say this. Let me make another point.
Come on,
right?
Bring it out.
I'm a rookie cop, and I joined the police department. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I end up being on the force for almost damn near 30 years.
Wow.
I got upgraded to lieutenant or whatever, right? okay, you got the history, right, of time.
Yes.
The time that you spent on the force, you know what I mean? You have the knowledge now of what to do. You're no longer a rookie. First of all, when you've been on the force almost 30 years, you're no longer a rookie. What do you become? A pro, right?
A pro, expert,
You can take the newbies and the new hires and all that, and you can train them. You can train the whole force because you got the history, the time. You've invested. You've been on murder crimes. You've been on murder scenes. You didn't did it all, right? Mm-hmm. So what does that make you? It makes you a pro now because of the time. All right? Because people don't feel like, time is nothing. They don't feel like time is nothing. This is the thing I'm questioning about how people value what you bring to the table. They don't feel like time means nothing.
But here's the deal. That won't really apply to them. Because if they started yesterday with their business, I guarantee you they want to be paid for the service that they're rendering. They want to be paid. However long it's been. But someone like yourself, Queen, 30 years in the industry, it should be an automatic thing to sow into your life. It should be a pleasure and a privilege that I'm not only on Queen G's show, but because your name is attached to so many others, that interview is not just staying alone with Queen G. It is being spread all over the country.
Right. Okay, King, holler at me. Holler at me, King. Right. Come on, bring it. Bring it. I need to hear some more. This is getting juicy. This getting juicy.
Because I always feel like people think the bro and the sis card is like unlimited black card or something.
Hallelujah. Say it one more time. Say that one more time.
Favors. I am no longer a favor. I'm a running and operating business. You are running and operating business. And in order to operate, things have to be paid so they can be maintained. Another thing that people don't understand is sometimes they come too high class when they come to get interviewed, where they forget that you want this interview because you need a platform to platform yourself. That's what you need.
Thank you.
That as well. People think,
sorry, y'all. I have to clap. I gotta clap. Say that again. I gotta clap on that, please.
They feel like they're already made. If you're already made, then why are you doing the interview? You're doing the interview because you want to still grow in the industry, and you feel like this platform is somewhere where you can grow more. So obviously you're coming to soak up something and utilize something. So you need to pay for what you're utilizing. That's
exactly.
I just think that once you really set the tone to let people know your value yourself, because it's not even about people valuing you. Once you set your price and you leave it at that, don't do any more favors. I'm out of favors. Favors, there's no more. So once you take away the favor and put back in the business mindset, then either they're going to pay you or they're going to wish that they use your platform. And eventually they're going to come pay you because they're going to need it. So I think it's more of a personal thing. It's more for you to be able to say, okay, look, I put my years of experience in, I've did my due diligence and looked out for everybody. And now I'm at a place in my life where I'm no longer doing favors. So that's mine for you. I don't really think it's the people, because people are going to do whatever you allow them to do.
Right.
I need you to get a shirt today, all out of favors.
Right.
Listen. Okay, go get it a paper boy. Holler at me. Give me your perspective of this subject matter. This is really juicy. I wanted to run a long time ago. You know that run, because it's just so good. But y'all don't want to see that right now. I'm going to keep my tail down and soak all this knowledge. So go ahead and give it to me. Go get it a paper boy. Give me your perspective.
You know me, I'm gonna give it to you a straight, real 110% all the way around. I'm gonna piggyback off of what King just said. People come to you and they act like they've already got it straight They got it set up. They talk about their fan base, but when you actually go to their page and they page say 63 followers, man, you ain't got it made, dog. You ain't got it made, sis. Come on now. The more, come on, man. Keep it real. Like I know serious stuff now. Serious stuff. I've had a person come to me.
Or they got 1 million followers and don't nobody show up.
Right. Right. Come on now. Look, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I have an event for August 28th. My event was supposed to be on the beach in San Francisco. Okay, it was like 10 minutes off of the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. You can literally walk from the Golden Gate Bridge onto the beach and see the Golden Gate Bridge. That's how beautiful of the festivity was going to be. I had live performances, everything. I want y'all to see all of this stuff behind me. You see all of this? This is all the stuff that I paid for out of my pocket. Now, I've had people come up to me and complain and say, oh, well, it's too far for me to go from here to there, or it's not enough, or what are you providing? Like, dude, you don't have it made. I'm giving you a platform. I'm bringing my industry connections. For example, Queen G was supposed to be there. She couldn't make it, family reasons. I ended up having Beto Chulo come out from the lighter shade of brown. I ended up having a legendary Bay Area DJ come out named DJ Flashback. I've also had Shelly Couture come out, Diana Boss. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two women that basically in the industry. They are coming out. I've even had Christian Noble come out, which is my business partner in Vegas that helps me out with my wine. Even having him come out. Like, these people are coming out to see you guys perform, and you guys are already complaining. You guys are already talking about it's too far. You're not giving me enough. Okay. I'm not giving you enough. Who else is going to give you 100 wristbands to sell? Who else is going to give you 20 minutes on stage? Who else is going to provide you with cotton candy
20
and
minutes
all
is
the
a long time. 20 minutes is a concert. Like,
right. Right. And not only that,
do they understand art? I mean, do artists really understand that nowadays you're not getting 20 minutes on stage at all? 20 minutes is a whole concert.
Right.
What it is, when it comes to artists, what it really is they're used to being living room artists. That's where they're rapping to their homies.
I'm still in that. I'm still in that.
And they don't even, and honestly, they don't even know how to come outside and appreciate being off the porch, because that's what I say. Most people don't know how to get off the porch. So they don't even know that they should pay for something because they don't know the value of elevating. Okay, they don't know how to elevate. They don't want to elevate.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, look, me and you, right? We right here, King. We right here with it. Cause I'm an artist myself, but at the same time, I've been running a business, so I'm just not an artist. I'm not just gonna sit back and have people shuffling paperwork for me. Nah, I don't know. I handles mine on my own. Right. You know what I'm saying? If I give you a platform and I tell you, look, I got all these people to come and I'll see y'all. Y'all might want to shake a hand, meet a friend type of thing, but leave all of the drama behind you. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting you on a platform that's going to elevate you. You can wait for that handout for that big name artist, but that is not going to boost your career. That is not going to boost your fan base stuff. That is not doing SHIT for you. Okay? It's not. You got to invest money in yourself. It take money to make money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's true.
That is.
Now that's true. Let me say this. Let me say this from an interview standpoint. I want everybody to know that comes across this platform. You know what I'm saying? That I actually I have relationships with other brands that I utilize every time I interview someone. You know what I mean? So when a person comes across my platform, I'm accessing all those favors, pulling this person in, that person in, utilizing their platforms to share, you know what I'm saying, your interview so that the numbers and the visibility and the traffic increases, which builds and boosts your brand. So when you come across, and get interviewed by me, it's not just let me just go get an interview and sit down. And then let me say this. There's a lot of times that people hit my platform up because of the popularity. Guess what? My name is Googleable, y'all.
I was just about to say that is
my name is Googleable on its own. It has nothing to do with my brother at all.
And see, that's the thing that I'm gonna touch on. Everybody seems, because everybody know, man, I bring your name up every time I go live. I'm like, my business partner, Shantae Renee Gibson. My business partner, Shantae Renee Gibson. Y'all know who her brother is. I ain't got to say his name no more. If you can go on Google and Google her book, that means you can Google her name at the same time. If you can't Google somebody's name or their business, they not a professional. They ain't got their stuff managed right. So for all of these, like you said, never been off the porch, couch potato rappers that think that they gonna make it by getting handouts, that's not how you gonna make it.
And see, another thing that they'll do too is, what I look at is when they come and they piggyback off of what you're doing, but don't want to pay you for your services. So I definitely understand what you're saying. Like a person, okay, you don't want to interview with me, but you want to ride around and turn your live on and show people that you with me. You want to comment on my post and tag me so that I can respond, so people can look at us speaking, and that's validation. But you don't think I'm validated enough to pay me. See, this is where I cut off the connection. Now, when you're tagging, no response. Now, when you're live and you're trying to comment towards me, there's no response. Now you see where the value.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but that's where I come in. Like, man, look, don't be tagging me in nothing. If you're not gonna reciprocate the same love that I give you, don't try to get the same love from me, because it ain't gonna happen. If you tagging me in all the,
I want to hear some more from Seneca up here. I don't want to leave her because I can see her head bobbing and you know what I mean?
I didn't forgot that. I forgot there's two women up there, man. This conversation.
So let's get Seneca's vibe and aspect on this.
Unmute.
Is it me? That's
thank you. Sorry, I muted myself. Yeah, so touching on 2 points, right? Number one, when Go Getter said, if you don't have a lot of followers, right? Followers means nothing. I mean, it means absolutely nothing. I know people who got, 300 followers and got 200 million in the bank. So followers and likes don't equal dollar signs.
Right.
I don't give a damn how many people like my posts. I don't care how many likes, how many people following me, because at the end of the day, I can't deposit.
That was my point. That was my point.
No, I'm saying, it doesn't. So that like followers, you can't deposit likes and follows, right? Now, those are good in terms of building the brand, right? Because the more people who know about you, the greater your reach. So that's always a good thing, but it does not necessarily equate to you have this large and in charge brand just because you got a lot of people following you. Because you got a lot of spectators, right? There's a lot of people who just spectating, they just trolling, they just watching what you do. They don't really follow you. They don't really like you. They just want to keep tabs on you.
Right.
Period. The other thing, when you're dealing with the right market, right? When you're dealing with your tribe, you don't have to beg. You don't have to, those things will come naturally, right? If you're giving out great energy, you making it happen for people, guess what? You're gonna get that love back, right? Now you're gonna have a couple of people who gonna naturally, right? You're gonna have individuals who gonna try to latch on because they think you the new and hot and popping thing, right? And they want to be a part of that, right? You're gonna always have those type of people. But if you're running in the right circles and you're in the right tribe, that type of stuff is not gonna be a tug of war. It's not gonna be a push and pull, right? So when people talk to me, when I do discovery calls, by the time they talk to me, they already know what my prices are. I don't have to convince, convert, right? Any of that. These are my prices now. If I'm willing to, now, if they can't quite match it at that point, hey, depending on how I'm feeling that day, maybe I'll give a little bit of leeway, right? Because if I see that this is somebody who really supports me and really wants it, guess what? I believe we all deserve a little bit of grace, right? There's one or two people I'll do some pro bono for. But again, when that's your tribe, it's not a tug of war. It's not this, oh, well, people ain't supporting me and they don't want to pay. That means you moving in the wrong circle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm moving in the circle with King, I already know what that comes with. I know we about to hit the streets. We about to do business. We about to make this money. Guess what? We vibrating on the same frequency. So it's going to happen.
Yes.
Like I said,
and let me talk about
tug of war. That means you in the wrong circle.
Like I can say, you know, for some of the panelists here, we actually support each other in our businesses, you know, in our endeavors. We actually back each other up. I can speak for me and King. Me and King, you know what I mean? We work together a couple of times a year. I actually host her red carpet for, you know what I'm saying, Vegas Urban Pride.
Right.
And it's been a regular occasion, and we love each other in that sense, and we back each other up when that event comes around. Period. That's just what it is. It's no guessing or wondering. You know what I mean? She knows that I'm gonna come and I'm gonna bring it, and I'm gonna host the crap out of that red carpet. She knows that I'm gonna make that moment special. You know what I'm saying, for her. And then there are times and ways that she supports me in my endeavors at certain specific times of the year. And we value each other. Just because we're friends in business does not mean that we don't financially back each other up either.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want to talk about that too. Like, it's important even in friendship and business that you back each other financially as well. Even if it's a seed, or even if it's whatever you decide, you know, it may not be the amount that you charge the average person or whatever, but you know what I mean? We respect each other enough to value each other business-wise, financially. You know what I'm saying? Even though we are doing business regularly.
Right. Absolutely. And the thing about it, sometimes I feel like people cop attitudes when they can't afford you, but they have to find other ways. See, even with my tattooing, because I also do tattooing, I have people that come to me and they don't have that much money and they do want to get tatted. But you know how we take care of that? They go get me clients. I get these clients, I make my money, and I turn back around and I do favor for
bartering.
Black people in our race. I swear, it seems like they don't understand what that means. It's not meaning that it's free. It means that I'm going to do something of value for you, and you're going to turn around and do something of value for me, but we're not exchanging money sometimes. Sometimes it's not, and sometimes it is money, you know, and it doesn't mean that you're paying for friendship or you're paying for this. No, you're paying because you respect somebody's craft and how far they've come to be able to turn around and help you. Like, people don't understand.
Now, I agree with that 100% because, like I said, there's a certain thing as bartering, right? So say like somebody comes to me and they can't afford my coaching program, but guess what? They can build a bomb-ass website. I'm going to say, well, listen, I need my website revamped. How about, right, you work on my website, I'll let you into the program, right? Same thing. It's an equal exchange, even though we're not exchanging dollars, right? We're exchanging value.
Right.
But I want value for value is... I need the money now.
I'm with you, King.
I need the money nowadays, okay?
Yeah, you need the money.
Listen, let them know, Shanta.
I knew you didn't hear that,
Shanta. We got everything we need. We stabilized. We just need the money now. We've got to a place in our lives where now I'm at a position where I just want to get paid, and I just want to do the service that I'm getting paid for. It's just that simple.
But King, you should, like I said, I think that's great. And you shouldn't even apologize for that. I always tell people, like, the work you're doing on the front end, right? When you look at somebody like LeBron James, you know, unquestionably one of the best in the National, NBA Association. He spends over $1 million a year on his self-care. I'm talking cryotherapy, hyperbaric chambers, massage. personal cooks, all of that. He spends over $1 million a year just on self-care, training his body. But guess what? That's the reason why he gets on that floor and performs like a machine.
Right.
He's a beast, right? Because he makes that investment in himself. And that's why the people have to pay the money that they pay to see him. Because he's making the investment on the front end. So somebody like, all of us are professionals. We're doing the work on the front end.
Yes.
Which means, guess what? You have to pay for this service, right? This stuff don't happen by osmosis.
And let's not even talk about the many shares after the interview the next day on my end. I'm sharing and posting and putting in messenger boxes days on end after the interview.
I think
you understand?
The main thing that people miss, that is the most important, is when you get valuable, silent supporters. Those are the most important people in my life, not the people that are all over my comments, all over, because most of the time those aren't even the people that's coming out. I like the silent supporters that come from other people's platforms that send people to me anonymously.
Yes.
People that speak on me without me even knowing. People don't understand that there are people that's working for you like me. I have silent supporters, so they work for me on the back end for you. So if I'm working for you, you think that I'm just the one doing the job. No, there's 10 other people doing the same job for you. So that's why you're paying. You're paying for me, you're paying for my camp, and you're paying for all of our experience.
That's right.
Right. And listen,
don't value experience though. And you know that, Queen.
I'm excited about
they're not valuing the experience.
Oh, talk about that for you a little bit. Give us from that perspective.
When I am assessing for an interview for you, I want to bring substance to the table. So I already know that the individual or the company that I'm bringing for you to interview them, it's not just going to stay with Queen G. It is going national. So the experience that you bring, 30 plus years, entertainment, screenwriter, 13-book author, who wouldn't want to sit and communicate with Queen G? This is your opportunity. I think you said it best, Paperboy. You said that, hey, this is a person that you're proud to tell that you're a business partner with her. And you're friends and you guys do exchanges. Well, I love when I bring someone to Queen because now their brand will be represented because of her experience.
Exactly. That was my whole point. So we all here with it. We all here. We
here.
Because that's what my whole point was. I wasn't trying to say like nobody didn't have the budget or whatnot. It was just the ones that don't have. For example, I do movies outside of me helping Queen G publish all her magazines, all her books and things. I do my own magazines, I do my own books, and I do my own movies. So I will come up to somebody who I feel has potential, has talent, and I would offer them a role in my movie.
Yes.
And I would tell them, hey, I feel like you have potential. Let me put you in this movie. It will be published on Amazon after we get done with all of the production part of it. They're like, oh well. They're like, okay, well, how much does the scene cost? How much are you going to pay me for the scene? Or how much are you going to pay me for my pictures? Then that's when the ghetto-ness come out of me. I'm not gonna lie, ladies. The ghetto-ness come out of me, and I'll go in. I'll be like, look, listen. You ain't got no portfolio for me and my people at the round table to look at and be like, okay, yeah, I want to work with her. Let's get her in. You know what I'm saying? If you had a portfolio and you had something for me to go off of, then it will be better for you because then my people will be like, okay, yeah, well, I can pitch in with 200. I can pitch in with 3. Oh, you're going to get 5? Okay, now we got a budget for her. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying they want $1 million and they haven't even done the foundational work.
Check this part. Check this part out. I think that most people feel like, because I know it happens in my life, they feel like because you're already in the door, that you're just supposed to take everybody else through the door.
Can't do that.
That's supposed to come at a free cost. If anything, you show gratitude by paying and by offering money or saying, hey, here is a tip for what you did. It's just out of the point that you don't have to go through what we went through in our experience. And now we're already at the door where we can say, hey, come sit on this couch. And I already got the people that you want and you need. So while we're talking, they're already watching you because I've already put that together. They don't understand the back of what interviews are, what you've already set up, what you've already platformed, and who you already got watching. See, that's the part that they don't understand because they don't even know that part. You know, they're just a rapper.
King, you said something very powerful and very profound, that they don't know the resources.
Yes.
Limited resources that you have. It is a wealth of resources that I have connected to me, but I'm not giving everybody access to Queen G or the other access to people that I know can move and shake things.
Preach it, sister.
My time is valuable. And if I know you just I'm not gonna do it. I keep a low profile.
I opened my world up recently and trusted somebody.
Yes.
And they became dangerous to me. They became dangerous to me recently. And you have to be selective about who you do business with on a close basis. Who you give your referrals to as well. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can't just give your valuable. I'm not going to give Tyrese's number.
We ain't doing
that. Any random person that asked for it. And there's been some people that have asked.
We've been friends for 4 years, and I ain't never asked for Tyrese's number. But I'll tell you, every
saying, like they expect me to do these type of things.
Right. Like I tell people all the time.
Like I tell people all the time. People expect of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what people expect.
Because you have that. I'm gonna tell you the reason why people expect that from you, Queen G, is because you have superstar written all over you.
You better say it again. Say it again.
Thank you.
Wow. Everybody is expecting you to do that because you have superstar written all over you. Your whole family is superstars, from your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your uncle, your auntie, your granddaddy, grandmama. Everybody in your family is superstars. So everybody is expecting you to open doors for them and to give them handouts. But when you tell them you got a set price, that's when they start running away. Have you ever seen Wile E. and Coyote? How he always tries to chase the road runner but can't never catch him?
Mm-hmm.
That's how some of these fools is in this industry. They act like they trying to catch you, but you steady running away from them because you got a set price. You got a set agenda ahead of you. They don't want to deal with you on a price level. They want to deal with you on a hookup friend level because you already got that. You got that.
On,
you got
kids,
that.
Holler at me. Give us some feedback on what.
That's that bro and sis code that no longer has any type of value in my life, and I try to install that in my friends now. And a lot of people say, "Oh, King, you act real funny now." Oh, this is not an act. This is me. This is me setting the tone of what your crumbs ain't gonna do for me no more. If you cannot pay me for the value of the information that I'm about to give you, because I already know it's about to elevate you because it elevated me, and you're only listening because you know I have something that can take you to a higher level. I know my value, and I know what I bring to the table. So most people
I don't mean to interject, but King, we about to take everybody to church right now. We about to take everybody to church right now. We about to listen. Just what you just said. Everybody always say that you acting funny. You know why I'm acting funny? You know why I'm acting funny is because when I was putting in the footwork, where was you at?
Oh, and let me say.
Let
me say this about you, Paperboy. Let me explain this. 2019, right?
Right.
Picked up Messenger, and we don't get on the phone. Me and Paperboy do business on Messenger. This is just how we do, right? And I told him, yeah, bro, I'm about to send you my first book, right?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
12 books followed. On top of that, designing my magazine as well in the same year. And how many did we put out that year, Paperboy? I can't remember.
I was in something. I got published in something. Hold on. I was in one of those issues.
Yeah, King was in one of mine.
She was in the very first issue that we had. It was her and some other chick.
A lot of people. I mean, we put out a lot in that 1 year. Like,
actually, I'm about to tell you right now how many. We put out about 20 books, close to 20 magazines. We have a few that's not published. That's including the non-published stuff that we haven't put out yet. And
so this is the point I was getting ready to make. That there are hours on end that I am working and that Paperboy is working collectively as a team that the social media don't see. You understand? They don't see that part. They don't see the
Please, let's not talk about no sleep. Let's not talk about no sleep and all that.
Yeah, he stays up a lot of nights. Like, a lot of times Paperboy does his work at night when everybody else is in the bed, knocked out, snoring. You understand? Like this morning, he published one of my magazines that has Smokey the Bandit on it, celebrity rapper Smokey the Bandit.
Yeah.
He pushed that through the night while I was knocked out. You understand? So that's the part that people don't really see that. You understand or see or none of that. Like, I'm tired a lot. I got bags under my eyes. My family has to be accommodating to my dreams over here. You understand? Just like just now, I told my whole family, don't come here, don't make no noise. Don't come behind me because I have a show right now.
Yes.
Right.
I have to kick them out of the area I'm in just to do a show. You understand? So that's the part that people don't see.
They don't see the sacrifice. That's what you're looking for.
They don't sacrifices,
right? They don't see the sacrifice.
That's basically that's it. Nobody sees the sacrifice. Everybody sees what they see online on social media.
We make it look real easy.
Exactly.
We gotta start making it look easy, Shanta. You gotta make it look real hard.
It's not that easy. Listen, King, it's not that easy.
Oh, I'm not saying it's easy. I said we make it look easy because we're used to not sleeping. We're used to
because we're
used to.
We're entrepreneurs, so when we're entrepreneurs, this is the whole topic at hand, and it brings us back to the topic at hand. Is like, what's the value? Well, this is our value. We sacrifice a lot of time, a lot of sleep, not getting no sleep. You know what I'm saying? Just to make our dreams come true. And I made Shantae's dream come true. She had a book. I published it, created the cover for it. She fought me on it. And now look, she's the number one best-selling author on Amazon and MacCloud.com. And her books are in Walmart. Within that 1 year.
1 year.
Because of Paperboy, that's what I was going to say. Because of his sacrifice, the books are also, there are a couple of books in Walmart, you guys. Wow, Walmart and my brands connected together.
Guys.
That is amazing and powerful. I don't care how you look at it. I am a ghetto black girl from Watts, California. You understand that it was nothing but shooting, people dying. Like that's how I grew up. That's what was around us. You understand? So anything with my brand, my name that's connected to a Walmart brand, how many of us go to Walmart? We all go to Walmart, right?
I go to Walmart about at least once a month. And I don't go for nothing.
I don't care how you look at it. It's amazing. I'm so humbled by what God has done in my life, you guys. So when people try not to put a value on it, I have to change their mindset, because all the sleepless nights that me and this knucklehead boy down here done had, a lot of times with his shirt off, he works with his shirt off. I had to ask him today. I'm like, please don't do this show with your shirt off. Because I know.
Just,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
just don't put me all out there. Just
But
put me
I
on
want to say
Front
something
Street.
what King said about the sacrifices. People do not know the sacrifices that everyone on this panel has made to get their brand where they would like it to be. And you're still making sacrifices, and you're going to continue to make sacrifices so that your brand can be all that you desire it to be.
And then it's not even that. After your
go
brand,
ahead, it's more.
even with the sacrificing, you got to understand this. Okay, I sacrificed for my dream. Okay, now I'm in my dream, but now I'm sacrificing to make my dream fit your dream so that you can elevate. Like, they don't understand that I'm turning the table and doing more work for your purpose, your growth. I'm already here.
Yes.
Right.
I'm already successful. I already have a name. You're already calling me who I am. You already know what my platform is. You know me. I don't quite know you. That's why we're interviewing. You get what I'm saying? I don't know you. You know me. So I think people's mentality is backwards when they're coming onto the scene and dealing with you. And it's like I said, it's a point of respect, Shanta. It's about setting that bar of respect, and it's lit. I'm not gonna let up. This is what it is. You want to meet me up here? You're gonna have to come up here.
Right. And just to touch on what Shantae said earlier, like, people started to become envious and become jealous of her success. But it's just not her success, it's also my success, because we are a team. So if I feel like someone is attacking my team member, I'm going to say something and I'm going to speak up. But out of respect for her, I left the situation alone. I said, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to leave it alone. Because I know if I get out of character, this something, she seen me be out of character before, but it's like, I'm not going to bring that on her, because I know it's going to affect her and it's going to make her have seizures. It's going to make her end up in a hospital, and I don't want that. So therefore, I distance myself. If she doesn't mess with a certain type of person, I'm not going to mess with you either. So if me and you haven't had a conversation, but you want my services, I'm going to have to deny your services based on the simple fact that you had a situation with my business partner and it didn't end well. So I'm not going to do nothing on the side just to please you, but at the same time make my business partner upset because I'm dealing with this individual who didn't cause a lot of drama and a lot of confusion and, was toxic.
It's basically the separation for elevation. It's just as simple as that.
That's it. I love that.
That's the point.
Yeah,
separating for elevation.
You have to set healthy boundaries, right?
Boundaries
are there for a reason, right? You set those healthy boundaries, which means, hey, listen, you can't cross this line, and be okay with that. Like King said, when you set the bar high, people will naturally rise to the occasion. And if they don't, that ain't your audience, no way. So don't exert all your energy trying to convince the people down here to reach the bar, right? You ain't gonna never see an eagle on the ground trying to convince a chick in the because eagles,
it ain't gonna work.
They don't come to the ground, right? So if you up here soaring with the eagles, you ain't even got time to deal with the pigeons.
Preach. Look here. Listen.
So yeah.
Listen, I didn't know we was going to church. I need you to put that
I told you we was gonna take them to church. We was gonna take them to church today. I told you we was gonna take them to church today.
I make sure your business stays successful.
You don't want to invest all your time dealing with people who vibrating at a low level anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Say now.
You thank you. You wish them well. And you go find with the people. You go mingle with the people who are already vibrating on your level.
And I think that's the growth with us.
I
think we don't know how to let go. When we set our bar, when we set our bar, we're so used to the familiar faces that we still tend to try to, let me try to get them to understand. No, right. I don't want to get you to understand, because if you don't understand, you're not where I'm at, and I'm not going to lower myself anymore. I'm already here. I'm not going to go back where I came from. So once I changed my price of my tattoos, I knew there were going to be some upset people. Yes. But I also knew I had more bills to be paid, and those prices couldn't pay those bills. So I needed to elevate my work. And what happened is my clientele elevated with me. Now I don't have people coming saying, "Oh, I only got 50." I got people saying, "I don't care what the price is.
Come on,
I just want to come get tatted."
Yeah. And see, this is.
But how about also it's the dead weight that's weighing on you, that's keeping you from going to the next level too. Their mentality of how they see you. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to move forward and
but see, but see, we
not care how they
you have to let the dead weight go. Like right. So if you look at the if you've ever seen the space shuttle launch, right? There's 4 components of the space shuttle.
Come on, teach it.
You got the space shuttle, you got the external fuel tank, which is that bright orange piece, the largest piece in the middle. On the side, you got 2 solid rocket boosters, right? So when they ignite those solid rocket boosters, the only purpose of those solid rocket boosters are to get it from off the ground, enough momentum, moving at 17,000 miles an hour to break the atmosphere. And guess what? When the solid rocket boosters have exerted all their energy, what do?
Let them go.
They fall out.
They fall off, and then that's when the external fuel, right? And then that's when the space shuttle is able to get into the orbit, right? But the only purpose of those solid rocket boosters is to give it enough momentum to leave the ground and into the next atmosphere. Some people in your life are just solid rocket boosters. You got to understand what role they play. When they've exerted their energy, when they get to one level to the next, guess what? You got to let their asses go.
Praise.
Bye-bye. I have a goodbye spirit. Come on, Seneca.
Look. Again, those solid rocket boosters are too heavy to be in space.
Preach.
Listen.
So you gotta let them go.
We gotta have an intermission. I think the choir needs to sing.
Because I get it. Because like King said, a lot of times, and Queen said, a lot of times we grew up with people, right? Oh, I remember they was down with me in the hood, and we grew up together. Well, guess what?
The ones that say that they're your day ones, they gonna be there for you. They gonna rock you to the real.
They were your solid rocket boosters in that season of your life. When the seasons change, let me tell you, the one thing I love about seasons is they change.
Yes, they do.
When the fall comes, what happens? The leaves fall off. Let them fall.
Bye-bye, fall leaves.
Yeah.
Look at you at the top. I'm so done with you.
That's because she understand them leaves be changing colors and stuff.
Right.
The leaves die.
But see, look, listen. Here's the thing. With me and Queen G, this is how I'm gonna iterate this into the whole thing that you just said right now, Queen. Let me tell you this. Me and Queen G, we done been through so much within our 4-year friendship that we know each other. So when she come to me with something, with an idea, and I be like thinking about it, like, yeah, she got an idea. And then the other part of me is like, oh hell no, she finna start some ish. And I be like, damn it, I gotta get ready. So then I be like, all right, we gonna put it together. Do you not realize the whole time that we was doing the whole book and putting out the books, we didn't have people try to stop our progress. We had people say that it's not gonna work. They're not gonna publish it. They're not gonna publish her autobiography because it's talking about other things other than that. You know what I'm saying? There's one part of a book that she put out to where I literally had to skip the whole damn chapter because it was like she was talking about her sexual experiences, and I was like, I don't want to hear this. This is not for me. We're gonna have to do something else. I'm like, send me another chapter. We send me another chapter. She was like, no, we can't just leave that out. I'm like, what? We gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put a censor over this because we gotta move to another. But we got the book out, and the book became a #1 bestseller. And ever since then, everybody's been trying to ride our coattail. Everybody's been trying to say, oh well, I want to work with you, but you want to work with me, but then you're over here talking about me. How you want to work with me, but you're talking about me. You're doubting me, saying that this is not going to work. It's not going to make it. Look.
And if you have that power team member, you gotta stick it out and make that work and make it happen. You gotta push. You gotta push that engine. You know what I'm saying?
I've never given up on Queen G, and I will not let her give up on herself. I told her we not doing that. We not doing that giving up. That I can't. You might as well just write that out of your whole vocabulary. Because right here we can, and we gonna do it, and we did it. We did it under a year. The book that
I want to take a drink to that.
The book that we wrote together, which is called Hoodridge, which is an actual a book series. It's one out of 3 books that we're writing right now, and that book, we did that book in like 2 weeks.
He made me step out of my boundaries with that one because that was about a stripper. You hear me? The ideas for that book, Hoodridge, y'all got to go on Amazon and get that sucker. That sucker right there will take you on so many different elevated ups and downs and will take your mind so far out the box. I never thought I would write about a stripper's life.
It's an urban novel.
But his idea, I got behind him and supported what he, you know what I'm saying, brought to the table, and we put that sucker out. We wrote that in like 3 weeks.
2.
It was so good. You know what I'm saying? It was so deep and so good.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't 2 weeks. It was a week. We wrote it in under a week and got it published.
But when you got that team member and y'all push each other like that, you know what I'm saying?
I had to do it.
You gotta know what your teams are and who your teams are and who got your back, and you know that y'all can push each other to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And
I had to do it though. I had to take Queen G out of that mindset of just, okay, she's just writing about her story, about her life. Okay, what else can she do? Because if she's creating a story based on her life, she can also create a story that's not even about her life. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, let's do that. Let's finish this book up. We did that book under a week. Do you hear what I'm saying? A week. 1 week. 1 week.
I stepped outside of myself. I'll have to go back and read it again because it was so different and so out the box. You know what I mean? And I'm just, again, creatively, your team, you gotta have that power team that you know, y'all push each other and take each other to the next level. Y'all, we're getting close to the end of our show. I hate to do that because it was getting so good. But I want to give everybody an opportunity to go ahead and give me your information on how we can reach you for your brands and your businesses. And then we're going to close out. King, let's start with you since you got to go.
I am, and I am gonna always be Vegas Urban Pride. I am a festival that is rooted here in Vegas, that is soon to be traveling around the world. I am an international entity that I'm an international entity that has taken an initiative to be the voice of our LGBT urban community, to try to bring resources and bring a platform where artists, mainstream and hood, because I love to say our hood forgotten voices can have a voice that is not just in your local club scenes and stuff like that. I've taken the local clubs and took it to the strip and have given us a place to platform ourselves in corporate America. And we also do community services here with all kind of other entities. I do a little bit of everything. You guys can find me on Instagram at Vegas Urban Pride. Everything is Vegas Urban Pride. If you want to meet me personally, my Instagram is Mr. King Weezy. That's MrKingWeezy. If you're a Facebook head, it's Johanna P. Perez, Johanna, middle name P, last name Perez, Perez.
Thank you so much for your time and energy here. Your input has been amazing. And I will always remember you for taking us to what? Church.
Well, it has definitely been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much. God bless you. And I'll see you in Vegas in a couple of months, okay?
All right.
All right. See you later. All right. So let's take our next. I want to take you next, Miss Seneca. Go ahead and give us your information on how we can reach you.
Yeah, so I'm probably the easiest person you can find on social media and everything. I go by Seneca Dunmore on everything. Just look for the blonde locks, and that's me. So I'm really easy to find. Just look at my name. You'll find everything you need to know.
Awesome. Free, give us your information.
Free Little on Facebook and LittleConsults@gmail.com. And you can also contact me through Queen G. Queen, love you.
Love you too, baby girl. And give us your information, paper boy.
And y'all know me, man. It's Go Get It a Paper Boy on it's actually Lemanuel Cox on Facebook. On Instagram, it's the real Go Get It a Paper Boy. And you can find me on Snap at the Paperboy 707 if you're on Snap. No.
All right. So for my information on how to get in touch with me, I'm Shanta Gibson on Facebook. Also, I'm under the brand on all platforms called Queen G Live Experience. Queen G Live Experience is how you can get in touch with me. I do book shows. As of right now, I am charging a fee to book for interviews. So I'm letting everybody know you have to pay a fee to get your interview seen, because my team and I are working very hard to get your information and your brand out there as a team. So thank you guys so much for this amazing panel tonight. I think it was dope, right? We had a great time. We also really went to bat and went in about our brands and why it is important to value ourselves as business owners and brands, and why it's important to put a value on it. You know what I mean? We're not out here working for just our health. Just because we look good, we're not out here just working for that. We are putting some real hours and time and energy and investing into ourselves, which makes it valuable by itself alone. So I want to thank everybody that was on my panel tonight. You guys were amazing, giving us all these different aspects and perspectives. I really appreciate that. You really brought this show to life. And keep, whatever you do out there, audience, keep watching and tuning into the Queen G Live Experience. You never know who's going to be on this show. And I want to say to y'all, good night. God bless y'all. And I'll see you next time. Peace.